Hi, everyone. This is your monthly forecast for February 2025. I think I'm going to use three decks today to see what comes through, and I'm going to wait and see what comes through and what decks I feel drawn to before I show you what decks um, I'm using. And this, of course, is for the collective. How it affects you individually is going to be slightly different. And there might be things that you resonate more with or less with. Um, Also, things can shift, right? Nothing happens until it happens. So this is, at the time of this recording, is the trajectory of this coming month. So this is the deck they want me to pull through from first. Yeah, this is so funny. Again, the compassion for other people, for yourselves, but so much for other people. It's really getting back to our humanity, how we're interacting with people, how we want to interact with the world around us, what kind of neighborhoods we want to live in, what is our, more intimate community about? How do we take care of people? How do we take care of ourselves? How do we want to be treated? How do we want to treat ourselves? So that compassion, so important right now, especially when things are feeling off or chaotic or um, maybe even out of feeling like out of our control. This abundance prosperity card has to do with not necessarily just money, right? Because that's not what abundance and prosperity are about, but the resources that are available to us all the time if we tap into them and allow ourselves to open and receive them. And what I continuously see about not only this month of February, as things feel like they're really going to expand and open up and start moving forward in a lot of ways. But for this year, that even though things again may appear chaotic and may appear like they're breaking down, and some things will be, but it is to bring us back into like there's actually so much available to us if we are connecting and receiving it. If we are connecting and receiving it. So it's important to ask yourself, how are you connecting with the resources um, around you? And are you blocking yourself off to resources that are available to you? Yeah. And how can you also be that energy of abundance and not get weighed down by, the perception that things are hard, right? Because that's just how you're perceiving things. Okay. Asking for help. Asking for help. We don't have to do any of this alone, and nor are we meant to. We're meant to ask for help, whether that's from our guides, our ancestors, or from people in our physical reality, our friends, our mentors, people we work with. Ask for help. So those three cards were from this deck. It's my first deck I ever got. Doreen Virtue, Gods and Goddesses, Guidance, Oracle deck. Sorry. Okay, what else? Safe space. Creating this for yourself and others. This is coming up around the deportations that are occurring that we need to create. Yeah, and this is especially if you're in this side of the world in the Western Hemisphere, um, we need to create safe spaces for people, for ourselves and for people, honoring them, um, knowing that they're not going to be ripped away from their homes or their work, right? Now, this is holding space for ourselves, but also again for the collective. For the collective, and we have to come back into the community. What is our community about? What do we want it? What do we want our homes to feel like and look like? This is so important for us to get back to the sort of more basic human humanness of life, of our basic human needs of life. Yeah, and balance, finding balance amongst it all. Um, this is like balance of expression of self. Yeah, let me feel into that one. Let me look a little bit more into that one. Yeah, balance of your world, balance of how you're directing your energy, whether it's work, giving time to yourself, for the causes and the beliefs you have, for your own sort of direction in life, finding balance within it all. Balance of like information, things that you're consuming, um, not going to these extremes, like, oh, it's the end of this. This is going to change everything. Like these really intense extremes, whatever it is, just the different expressions of extremes. But really coming back to, yeah, just more evenness, more steadiness, more stability. And that's what balance creates. Okay. So those two cards, these last two cards, came from this newer deck I have from Sophie Bashford. This last one or two cards, I'm not sure yet. Yeah. Flexibility. Being open to changes and what things are supposed to look like, right? Not for them not having to look that way. Things can look different. Trying new things, being open, new perspectives, new ways of doing things. We all have to be flexible right now. This has to do with change. A lot of things are changing and are going to continue to change. They're going to look different, feel different, and it's all helping us come back more into balance. Okay, one more card. One more card. Energy. Yeah. How are you directing your energy? How are you harnessing your energy? Because if you're doing too much and you're burning yourself out, you're no use for yourself or anything, right? So how are you harnessing your energy, taking care of yourself, right? So let's do with that balance and compassion towards self too. But how are you directing your energy? Are you energizing? Right? Remember, we're all here to create. We're all here to create. And when things feel chaotic and they look like they're falling apart, it is an opportunity to create something more intentional and new. Okay? So that's our monthly forecast. I'm always here for individual support if you want to reach out. Um, so I'll see you all later.